It's Colorado Buffaloes hockey here on Scope of Sports. I'm Alex Roberts, and I'm joined by Aidan Glockner here tonight for this exciting matchup between the number 23 ranked Colorado Buffaloes and the number 24 ranked Oklahoma Sooners.
Yeah, close matchup. They're coming in here, literally right next to each other in the standings. And as we said before, we're having to redo this, they're on the outside of the playoffs by basically nothing.
Yeah, Colorado and Oklahoma, the first two teams out of the Nationals picture, looking in coming into this weekend. So it's a huge weekend to try and find themselves into a Nationals bid with 3 weeks to play before bids go out.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be a close game. Both teams obviously have something they're fighting for here, and both teams are very aware of their position. Right outside of the playoffs, the ability to get in. The Buffs have had 2 great weekends, a split in Missouri State, 2 overtime losses to Central Oklahoma. However, those weren't exactly what they seemed, and so a much better position after 2 weeks of the first semester than even where the Buffs were after the win versus Colorado State at the end of the first semester.
Yeah, first home games of the semester. They've played 4 so far. Of course, the back-to-back losses in overtime against UCO, but those boosted them up double-digit spots up into this 23rd position. They didn't move at all after their series last weekend against Missouri State.
I mean, yeah, they obviously haven't moved, and the rankings were released, 3-4 days ago, something like that.
Yeah, on Wednesday.
And so I think it's a test for the Buffs. Obviously, they've said, and I believe it was, I think Blevins said yes, Jared asked him, and Blake Blevins said in the Dango Snipe and Stampede podcast on Wednesday, released on Thursday, with Alex and Jared, that they are watching the standings, they are watching the points, So I think they understand that this is a big test for them as a club. They're going up against the team they're fighting against, interdivision rival team they're fighting against for these playoffs. This is a big opportunity. I think they understand that.
Yeah, huge game for these two teams. Both of their last games were against Missouri State. Yep. Colorado played Missouri State on the road last weekend, and Oklahoma's most recent series was 2 weekends ago against the Ice Bears, and they both won one and lost one against Missouri State. So, against similar competition, they're even knotted up that way.
No, and Missouri State is a good team. I think they're currently 20. The Buffs, they won. It was a great comeback, actually. They had won. It was 6-4, but they were down 2 goals, tied with 2 minutes remaining, and after that, obviously, 6-0 deficit, 7-4 loss. But against a very good team, promising results, and disappointing losses for both clubs on the ice here.
Well, an interesting development from this game, as right before we're about to get going, this game's been delayed about an hour.
Yes. They've been in gear for a while.
We've been waiting for a while.
And they obviously warmed up just about 15 minutes ago, but we've been waiting.
There was an issue, scheduling conflict with referees. The referees that were originally supposed to be here tonight are up in Fort Collins doing the Colorado women's hockey team against the Rams. So they had to they quickly found replacement referees and prevented the game from being canceled.
And you can hear it now probably as they come onto the ice, the ever-present tradition of booing the refs. But yeah, we've been delayed an hour, but we're now just over a minute away from the teams exiting onto the ice, and
at least we get a game tonight, right?
I know. I mean, yes, we tweeted out on Scope of Sports Twitter. Follow that, by the way, at SBS_CU, both on Twitter and Instagram. But we tweeted out, game might be canceled, game might be delayed, and as they take the ice, game's delayed, but not canceled.
It's happening. Buffs fans and attendants are ready for the Buffaloes and the Sooners. We'll get you action to that in just a couple seconds. And we are just moments away from puck drop here at the CU Rec Center. Aidan, who is starting in net tonight?
Well, for your home Buffaloes, Matt Server gets the start tonight. Typically it's Liam O'Gwen, but often we've seen on the first of a weekend series, it's been Matt Server. He's pretty good, .918 save percentage. He's been stellar in net when he's had to be, but has also been on the wrong end of some certain scores throughout the season. On the other end, as you'll see, really long name there, Brendan Culbertson-Bond. He's been the main starter, number 31 over there for Oklahoma in net. He's been solid, 2 shutouts. I think it'll be a good goalie matchup
One
tonight.
of those shutouts
came against the Buffs.
And Matt Server's shutout came against the Oklahoma Sooners. Buffaloes, Sooners, just moments away. Marcin Kevichus will take the draw for the Buffaloes. We're off. Marcin Kevichus not happy. He dropped it. He wasn't paying attention. Starting line for Colorado tonight, Rapolis, Marcin Kevichus, Blake Blevins, and Fred Farrow. The starting defensive pairing, Luke Gosnell and Caleb Gold. Marcin Kevichus trying to get that right in front for Blevins, who scored 2 goals in that comeback win against Missouri State, including the game tire. Blevins to chase it down behind the Oklahoma net. It's retrieved by the Sooners. Picking it up now is Willen Swearingen. Swearingen to chase it down, finds Howe. Howe off the boards, gets it to Best. And now Domanchuk in the corner, fighting with 2 Buffaloes. DiDomizio grabs the puck for CU. Ferguson up for Borghi, just lobs it in off the glass. Trunco looking for Borghi over there on that one-touch pass. Kate towards the net. Culbertson-Bond, no, it's in! Just a minute 15 in, Adam Trunco gets it past Brendan Culbertson-Bond, 1-0.
And I mean, what a goal! What an unbelievable goal! It wasn't really anything special. I mean, it just kind of a tip, a knock in front of the net, and Culbertson-Bond lost it. And as you saw, it just trickled at the speed of a snail into the net.
First shot of the game, and the Buffaloes have a quick 1-0 lead.
And that might be very important against this Oklahoma team. It's important to get a standing in the game, and Buffaloes have one now.
Ferguson down for Trunco. Puck loose in the Oklahoma zone, picked up by the Sooners, but Trunco works it off him. He's got Borghi, trying to get that over to him. Swearingen, a nice poke check. Here's Lowe, Andrew Lowe. Across, a shot. First save of the game made by Matt Server. Little play made by Colorado, and it exits the zone. Here comes Drew McConaughey on a breakaway. McConaughey tripped up before he gets to the net. And now they blow the whistle. Net is off. We'll see if it's going to be a penalty or not. Doesn't look like it.
No, Culbertson-Bond is shaken up, and I thought that's what the whistle was for. I didn't see the net came off, but I mean, fans here were right. I do think that should have been a tripping, but no call and no call on the Buffs for.
Could it be the penalty shot
for anything either? Penalty shots are difficult. It's always up to the official's judgment on how to award them, so they're difficult to. Really say what might have been one, but I wouldn't disagree with you. I think there's a case there that could have been, but to the outside we go.
McConaughey out there with Pashenik and Pearson, the 2 leading scorers for this Colorado Buffaloes team. Both have 17 points on the season. And McConaughey played with Pashenik for the majority of last season, as they were 2 of the top 3 scorers last year for this Colorado Buffaloes team. Pearson hit into the boards. Puck still loose in the corner. McConaughey stumbles, but able to keep possession. Hartman down for McConaughey. Shoots one wide of the net. Kinney to go pick it up as it exits the zone. McConaughey trying to get that pass to Pashenik. Gets taken away by Oklahoma. Brendan Sinclair able to get it down into the Colorado zone. Pashenik, worked on by Blake. Puck's still loose. Fought for. Blake still pushing and shoving to try and get possession of the puck from Quentin Kinney. Pashenik and Kinney still fighting. Kinney trips a second time, and now Pashenik wins the puck battle and clears it down for Colorado. Puck is iced. And yeah, big puck battle. Pashenik able to win, does not give up.
No, it's been a good couple of first minutes here between both teams. Obviously, it feels like the advantage has been towards Colorado, but we're also up 1-0, very early on. So good fight between both teams early on, and I want to see that continue. This is an important game, and as much as I want to see that continue for the Buffs, I want to see it continue for the Sooners as well for a good game. I think the energy needs to stay high, and the effort all game long.
Kinney trying to poke it towards Pashenik. He does it. Skips past Bassett, and now here comes Bunting. Stops, loses the puck. The other way comes Aaron Best. Best guarded by Gosnell, and a good play to clear. Best muscled into the boards by Jacob Rosalenko. Playing in his 5th straight game. He's played in every game this semester for the Colorado Buffaloes after playing just 3 in the first. Sent down by Domanchuk off the stick of Server. That's off the glove of Rosalenko, and tried to swat that, and he ends up swatting it into the netting.
Well, lucky for him, it's not his defensive zone. Rosalenko, excuse me. That's my bad.
Tristan Glass in the circle for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Everybody jumped there on that one.
Glass will face off against Marcinkevičius. Colorado takes possession. Barone trying to keep it in the attacking zone. And he'll just dump it back in after Marcinkevičius overskated the puck.
But a good face-off win by Gosnell there to get this eventual zone clear out, and that was essential for the Buffs. 2 straight icings, and they got all their players off.
Jake Barone finds Tristan Davison. Leveled by Fred Farrow. And now Ferguson up for Farrow. Moves around Bassett. And Marcinkevičius didn't see the puck. Glass taps it back. Now here's a shot, saved by Server. Kate quickly clears it away, and now Server will have to cover.
And that was initially a very hard shot. That was a tough shot. Not in skill for Server to save, but that was just a powerful shot there by Oklahoma, and quick reflexes from Matt Server in that.
Offensive zone draw for the Sooners. Face-off control by Oklahoma. Shot blocked by Trunco. Cleanly, and it almost started a 2-on-1 possibly the other way with Borghi. Kate trying to get that up for DiMizio. And now they'll blow the whistle and stop play. Looks like it was icing.
I really thought DiMizio got that off his skate, but perhaps I was mistaken.
So another defensive zone draw for the Buffaloes.
And there have been a number of these in a row. They scored their first goal, and really ever since then they've just been being pushed back into their defensive zone here.
Puck battle in the corner, won by Oklahoma. Mondu over in the corner for the Sooners with Payne. Their 2 top scorers. Payne and Mondu have been playing out of their mind, both with 20-plus points, along with Andrew Lowe,
also at 20,
who rounds out the top 3.
That's just a lot of points there with a. Ooh.
Server has to play that one away.
Yeah,
got to be careful there.
A little bit of an odd one there.
But those are 3 players you got to look out for this Sooners squad. Trunco now moves across the blue line into the offensive zone. Borghi keeps it in, throws it towards the net, and Culbertson Bond flashes the glove.
And honestly, we were talking, Alex, before the game, how this Oklahoma unit kind of resembles, at least points-wise, the Colorado squad that played last year. In that the majority of their points really are coming from their effectively top 3 to 6 forwards, really.
2 of those players are on the ice right now, and Drew McConaughey and Max Pashenik. Brody Pearson also in the top 3 for this Buffaloes team. Pearson and Pashenik have 17 points. It's a big hit along the boards is made. Dudley Wood rounding out the top 3. Not on the ice tonight, it looks like. Here's Pashenik. Leveled there. Takes a big tumble off of Swearingen.
I mean, what a hit, though. That was perfectly executed by Swearinger.
Server got to be careful again. Crawford able to move around the ensuing Oklahoma attack.
And things are a little bit convoluted.
Poked away. Here comes Brody Pearson, guarded by Goldstein. Pearson scores! What a move! Brody Pearson, his 10th of the year, leads the team in goals. He's lucky his defense was there for him. Rosalenko across. Gold trips up a little bit, but Rosalenko's there to pick it up for the Buffs. Working his way around the corner. Now he tripped up. Foy in front. Culbertson Bond will cover. .12:43 to go in the opening frame. Colorado's put 2 past Brendan Culbertson Bond from Adam Trunco and Brody Pearson. Rosalenko wins the draw for the Buffaloes. Gold shot whips wide. Davison hit by Rosalenko. Gosnell fighting with Tanner Glass. Tristan Glass, not Tanner Glass. Here's Foy to pick up the puck. And now Gold up for Blevins. He'll just dump it in. Culbertson Bond has to cover with Caleb Gold looming. .12:17 to go in the opening session. Marcinkevičius to take the face-off for the Buffaloes. Wins the draw cleanly back to Ferguson. His shot deflected off a body and wide of the net. Now it's loose in front. Culbertson Bond able to cover. They blow the whistle. So another offensive zone face-off coming up for the Buffaloes. Marcinkevičius will face off against Carson Glass. Marcinkevičius trying to get that back for Farrow. Taken away by Oklahoma. Martin muscled off the puck by Blevins. Here comes Farrow one-on-one with Swearingen. Farrow gets it to Blevins and he scores! What a shot by Blake Blevins. He beats Culbertson Bond. It's 3-0 Buffaloes.
And Blevins is on one now, obviously scoring that tying goal plus an empty net versus in the first game versus Missouri State. And now just the unbelievable effort from Farrow to break through, honestly, I think 3 defensemen, somehow chip it to Blevins, and they're pulling the goalie.
Culbertson Bond is heading to the bench, letting up 3 in the first 8+ minutes. And what a opportunity for Trey Atanasio. This will be just his 2nd game of the season. In the 1 goal he played, he only faced 6 shots and allowed 1 goal. So this is going to be interesting. We'll see how Adenazio plays. This is a decision I think we'll be looking at later in this game.
Oh, absolutely. Culbertson Bond has been their main starter the entire year. So to replace him this early, they want to see a change quick.
Kate just holds on to it, muscling him off the puck over there was Mondu. Oklahoma trying to clear it out of their defensive zone, kept in by the Buffs. Here's a shot that goes into the netting. Blevins getting that third goal for the Buffs. Farrow with that assist, a really nice pass in the commotion.
I really still don't know how he did it, and it's just been hectic. This entire first period has been hectic. Goal a minute in, 2 more goals subsequently, by CU. A number of large hits, some frantic frenzy, and a goalie pull.
Very entertaining first 9 minutes of this contest. Would beg to say that it was worth the wait. Server makes that save, a diving play, and now the net comes off. He can't get a clean shot off.
I was about to say it's been very invigorating.
It just continues.
Man. That was physical on Server. He looks fine, but that puck was laying there like just a sitting duck for maybe 2 seconds there, and it was only cleared just due to incoming momentum, like the 4 players just charging on to the goal.
That net was just...
And this is going to be a penalty on Crawford here. Tripping, I would assume.
So...
Or honestly, probably interference.
Well, we'll see here. So Camden Crawford going to be going to the box. Crawford's going to the box for interference here on that play. Oklahoma, if they want to get back in this game, this is a perfect opportunity with the power play. Loose puck in front. Server can't cover. It's loose behind the CU net. Still fighting for it. Oklahoma now has possession. Barone leaves it across. Best shoots. Saved by Server. Payne back to Barone, trying to throw it a tip, and a glove save by Server. Now that wasn't going into the net, but still a really nice save nonetheless. So yeah, Crawford getting that call for interference on that little breakaway play.
But sometimes that has to happen on those breakaways. I mean, I said the puck was sitting right there. It's always what ifs, buts and what ifs, but there's a chance there that they score if he doesn't take that penalty.
Payne shot deflected high over the net. Foy trying to clear, kept in by the Sooners. Mondu back for Barone. Trying to get that shot blocked. Barone trying to keep it in. Oklahoma's power play hasn't been that great. But then again, Colorado's penalty kill hasn't been either. But it's poked away. Here comes Keaton Foy. Foy on a short-handed opportunity, works around 2 defenders, but cannot get a shot off. Able to kill off some time, though.
Communication is key there. Farrow is trailing, and if he's going a little bit faster and if Foy sees him, that could have been really nice one-tap play for a goal opportunity.
Over half the penalty now gone. Low. Gives to Blake. Well, just going to conduct a full line change here with 30 seconds left on their power play. Now they start the rush. Blake sends it around the boards. Tristan Glass leveled by Kate, but doesn't fall down. Blake leaves for Domanchuk. Domanchuk knocked off by Ferguson. Blake now has it. Up top. Howe. Down for Glass. Domanchuk misses the puck, and it's cleared away with 5 seconds to go on the penalty.
Those 2 pressures against the wall that you mentioned, not falling down, but pressuring the forecheck of Oklahoma, really essential to that clear. Kind of disrupted their play. They weren't really able to get anything else, and CU cleared the zone.
Martin, the only Sooner down in the Colorado zone. Kinney too far for McConaughey. Pearson chasing it down behind the Oklahoma net. Sends it back for Pashenik. Pashenik working his way through the Oklahoma defense. McConaughey back up top. Kinney cannot cleanly grab it. It's cleared out of the zone. And Trey Adanazio still has not faced a shot against this Colorado team yet after Culbertson Bond was pulled. McConaughey still trying to gain possession for Colorado. Dumped in by Glass. Kinney misses the pass. Almost there for Goldstein.
That was a dangerous pass.
Pashenik trying to clear Swearingen, can't keep it in. Taken by Pearson. That stretch pass was looking for McConaughey. He'll have to go behind the goal line.
Really nice play by Blake there, neutral ice to disrupt that pass. Otherwise, McConaughey was getting that and probably a very high opportune score chance.
Blake has it across the blue line, and now they're offsides. They'll whistle the play dead. So things have slowed down a little bit after Culbertson Bond was pulled, but still a very exciting first period.
And sometimes that's what you're looking for as the coaching unit. Oklahoma, they know Culbertson Bond is good, and I'm sure, honestly, pulling him, obviously you just gave up 3 goals, but pulling him probably was also as a message of, settle down to the team. We're not even 10 minutes into the game.
7.5 to go in the first period. Marcinkevičius does a little twirl before taking the face-off. Now they'll stop. And
saw something he didn't like.
Yeah.
Farrow had no clue what he was talking about.
Marcinkevičius re-engages with Blake. And off the face-off, there's a tie-up in the boards. Farrow falls down to the ice. Ooh. Still loose. Marcinkevičius trying to pick it up for the Buffs, and it's cleared down towards Server. He'll have to just play it away.
That was dangerous. Farrow's face was very close to a skate there. And obviously they got masks, cages, but still.
Sent down towards Server, he'll just cover it. No worries there for Matt Server, who's playing well.
Yeah, he looks calm. Calm and confident at the moment. It's been hectic, but you have to stay composed through it, and thus far he's looked solid. Obviously those starting numbers we went over, quite good for Server. Hasn't played, I believe, as much as, has played more than Ogwen, actually. However, Ogwen really still is
they've evenly split so far.
Ogwen really technically is the starting goalie, but they have been operating with a much more, Olmark Swayman-esque half and half.
Lob pass from Ferguson to Borgie, just couldn't corral it.
Stop the offside, or icing, excuse me, and it's a good play for Borgie.
Able to keep it away from Borgie. Jesse Kate. Back over for Ferguson. Lead pass goes right to Howe, and he'll just dump it into the Colorado zone. Server will hold behind his own net, leaves it for Jack Ferguson, and reverses for Jesse Kate. Colorado's just looked very composed here tonight. Haven't gotten ahead of themselves. If things have gotten a little chaotic, they've managed the chaos very well.
No, and that will be important as a series of large hits here on the near side. That'll be important as we hit periods 2 and 3. Can they keep this up against an Oklahoma team who already down 3 will, become more and more quick, more and more erratic, more and more willing to take dangerous chances.
Here's Quentin Kinney. Giving for Ferguson. Trying that stretch pass, taken away by Oklahoma. Was looking for Payne in the slot.
Buffs need to be better about concisely and quickly clearing the zone, but luck works out for them there.
Jacob Rieger gives to Swearingen. Nice move by Mondu into the Colorado zone. Can't get a clean move around that Colorado defender. Mondu chasing it down behind the Colorado net. Kinney grabs the puck for the Buffs and just gives it up for Rosalenko. Rosalenko cross-gen fan on the clear attempt. Davison over there for Oklahoma. Pearson trying to poke it away from Goldstein. Goldstein trying to find Davison. Davison Leaves wraparound attempts. Server covers. Davison getting a little physical out there. Crawford showing he did not like that.
A little bit of a bouncy one there for Server, but he eventually covers it, and yeah, Crawford, excuse me, not taking well to that. And as you said, just let him know that no, it's not all right. Get in their heads.
So fresh skaters for the Sooners. William Blake to take the face-off against Brody Pearson. And taken away by Colorado as they win the face-off. Bassett trying to find Best over there. Gosnell
just powering through like a steam train there.
More neutral ice play as Pearson works it off of Best's stick. Gosnell loses it. Best, his shot, whistles wide after Pearson gets a stick on it.
I was really trying to figure out which player in Oklahoma was Best stick for a second there.
Oh. Well, speaking of him, Aaron Best has it on his stick. His shot blockered away by Server.
That was a nice save by Server. Got the blocker out there, and speaking of saves and shots, the Buffs have still not gotten a shot here on Trey Atanasio.
3:40 to go in the first period. You can say they're
very good job of is closing off.
Big hit along the side. Here comes Blevins. Can't get a clean shot off.
I was saying they're doing a very good job of closing off the center.
Blevins hits Barone and responds, and now they'll stop play.
And that's going to be a penalty on one of us. I'm thinking it's called. Yep, that's on Blevins. I was going to say they're well, now that I finally get to they're just trying to close off the slot and area, very high danger, tight and close to the crease. Keep Colorado at the outside. And now here's another opportunity for Oklahoma. Another power play for them.
Their second power play of the first period. Another interference call. This time it's going against Blake Blevins. And so Colorado's defense will be tested again.
Once again, that power play of Oklahoma, not stellar, but again, neither is that penalty kill of Colorado, though it has been trending upward as of late.
Exactly. Penalty kill off to a good start as Trunco clears for the Buffaloes. 3 minutes and change to go in the first period. Nate Payne just leaves for Jake Marone. They'll start the rush. Barone up for Mondu. Mondu waits. Sends it behind for Aaron Best. Oklahoma trying to draw up a scoring opportunity. Nate Payne, team's leading scorer. Over for Mondu. Shot gets blocked. Here's a shot from Best. Server with the save. Still loose, and now they'll blow the whistle. Oklahoma not happy. They're going to give it a couple extra whacks. Colorado not happy with that.
I mean, I don't totally blame Oklahoma there. Officials took a really long time to blow that whistle there. I mean, obviously, it's if they can't or can see it, but I really thought Server had that for a good 2 or 3 seconds before they blew the whistle. So, they hadn't blown the whistle. You played to the whistle. So, yeah, I mean, that's what, and it actually, it cost them a penalty.
So, Oklahoma. Another interference call. All 3 calls have been interference related. This one against Andrew Lowe. And so 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 11 seconds before the Buffs will have 49 seconds of a power play. Glass trying to clear for the Buffs. Pearson trying to get that pass from McConaughey. He just missed him. And now here comes a rush the other way. Cavalcanti leaves for Barone. Jake Barone. Slap shot. Stopped by Server. Around the net. Cavalcanti looking for a pass to Glass. And now Ferguson able to get it to McConaughey. He takes a tumble after being hit by Barone. Pearson able to get the puck. Pearson, tough angle, misses the net.
And that's the first shot attempt we've had against Oklahoma since the goalie change, let alone shot on goal, which that was not.
Ferguson trying to leave that for McConaughey. Here comes Blake in a 2-on-1. Nate Payne hit the post with the shot. Blake, rebound. Gloved by Server and he'll cover.
Oh, man. Well, if you're ever wanting to thank the post or ever in need of a lucky break, there's one. Just basically at the expiry of 4-on-4 here. Massive ring off the post there for Oklahoma.
Payne has 10 goals on the season, was looking for number 11. The puck exits the zone. Oklahoma cannot touch it. Buffs will be able to regroup right as they start the power play. Hartman has it go through Trunko's legs, and now Marcinkevičius picks it up. Marcinkevičius around a defender. Really agile on those skates is Marcinkevičius. I've seen the agility. It's really, really special. Server leaves for Gosnell with 1 minute left in the first period. 20 seconds on the power play. Gosnell sends it around the boards. Blevins over there leaves it. And Marcinkevičius misses the puck. Gosnell shoots one. Atanasio makes the save.
Well, and there's your first shot on goal. Trey Atanasio.
Sometimes the first save is the hardest one to make, especially when it's been so long since Colorado.
So long. Even so
game.
long since he's seen regular shots, and Swearingen there giving a little tap to the Oklahoma goaltender, letting him know, hey, good job. First one, you got it over with.
Yeah, exactly. That first save can be much more difficult than it looks.
Just settle into the game now.
Kind of reminds you as a goaltender that, hey, I can make these types of saves.
Exactly.
And that's important to Pearson. Walked off the puck, goes off Pashenik's stick. Sitting over there, now knocked down on his knee. Crowd in an uproar with 5 seconds to go. Kinney leaves it for Pearson. He'll have one final shot. It misses the net, and that ends the first period.
A wildly hectic but wildly entertaining first period. Phenomenal play from the Buffs, up 3-0.
One save in that period, and he played for the majority of the first.
Yeah, they pulled Culbertson Bond. We had a couple of very early shots, and then practically nothing. But again, attribute that to the defense of Oklahoma settling down a little bit into, the game, the rhythm, the flow of everything, and, just chance.
So the Buffs, a really strong start to this period, but a entertaining first period, and the first of 6 between these two teams this weekend. It's only going to get better from here, I'd assume.
I mean, you have to think so. This was a wildly entertaining first period, and obviously these teams, at least tonight, have 2 whole, segments more, 40 more seconds, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, the Colorado Buffaloes lead the Oklahoma Sooners 3-0 at the end of the first period on goals from Brody Pearson, Adam Trunko, and Blake Blevins. We'll be back. It's first intermission between the Buffaloes and the Sooners. 3-0 Colorado at the end of the first. Welcome to this intermission report. I'm Alex Roberts, and I'm joined by Jared Miller. Really exciting first period. 3 goals from the Colorado Buffaloes in the first 9 minutes from Adam Trunco, Brody Pearson, and Blake Blevins.
Yeah, I mean, 2 names that have played before. Trunco, overtime winner last year when these 2 teams met on a Friday night in Boulder. He got the scoring going early. Brody Pearson, a freshman superstar so far, it seems like, with a breakaway, and he didn't miss. And then Blake Blevins picks his top corner. We had him on our podcast earlier this week, Alex. He said he's not really a superstar. He wouldn't classify him that. He's a meat and potatoes player. Picked the corner. Now he's got 3 goals in the last 3 games. So certainly everyone's contributing. It's been a big start early for the Buffs, taking that 3-0 lead here tonight.
Well, and after Blevins scored that snipe, I mean, a really interesting decision from the Oklahoma bench. They decided to pull Brendan Culbertson-Bond, who has been their rock, their starter all year long. Their 2 other goaltenders, Gage Redmond, who is not here this weekend, he's played in just 1 game, and he's 1-0. The other goaltender, Trey Adanasio, who is here, has faced just 6 shots all year, and they decided to pull him. A really interesting decision.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if the hour delay before the game had to do anything with that. I'm just thinking the goalies are known for their routine. They like having their schedule. I wonder if Culbertson-Bond not being fully on schedule with that hour delay and then letting up a goal right off the bat on a kind of fluky goal, just kind of throw a puck towards the net, hits a skate, maybe goes in. Wonder if that had to do anything, shakes him early. 3 goals on 4 shots. Might as well try to do something to spark their team. And I think that's kind of what, I'm pretty sure we'll see Culbertson-Bond tomorrow.
And I think what's really interesting is when they pulled Culbertson-Bond, the Oklahoma defense tightened up real quick. Culbertson-Bond let up 3 goals on 4 shots. Adanasio, in just about 11 minutes of play in that first period, faced just 1 shot.
Yeah, I think that's something, I think it just sparks your team when you see your teammate get pulled. It's like, oh, we kind of let him down. Let's lift the other, our other goalie up, especially one who hasn't played a lot this year. You got to be solid in those games. Make sure he gets comfortable early, especially for not starting the game. And I think that's what we saw. Kind of evened out in the second half, but the Buffs jumped up that early lead. So pretty smooth here for moving forward, it seems.
Well,
like.
Oklahoma got their chances in the latter half of that first period. They had a couple power plays. They really got some opportunities. And, of course, who can't forget on that 4-on-4, Nate Payne just striking iron on Matt Server.
Loud ping in this building.
That was one of the cleanest pings I've ever heard in this building.
Yep. But, yeah, I mean, they were certainly a push, but when you get that 3-0 lead, you can't sit back. You got to still play a little hard, but you have that breathing room. But we saw earlier this year against Missouri State, the Buffs jumped at the early lead, 3-0. It took overtime, 7-6. McConaughey buries one. Hopefully they don't fall apart today in this game, because 23 versus 24, this could be a huge win for the implications in the weeks to come.
Well, let's take a look at the overall WCHL standings now here. WCHL, really interesting. You talk about Colorado and Oklahoma, their conference records are identical. They're currently tied for 6th with Colorado State as well being in the mix. There was 16 total points in the conference, of course, led by UNLV and Central Oklahoma, who Oklahoma still has to play this year. Colorado does not have to play the Broncos anymore. And as you see on that record for Central Oklahoma, 2 overtime wins. The only blemish on their record at all this season were those 2 overtime wins against Colorado 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what boosted the Buffaloes up to 23. They were at 34. They jumped up. Oklahoma was still in front of them after last weekend with a good showing in Missouri State. Oklahoma fell behind the Buffs. The Buffs didn't move up at all, but now we're just pretty even here in moving forward. And these games are huge this weekend. That close in the standings, both on the outside looking in at Nationals. You want these bad to become maybe not comfortable, but you have that advantage moving forward.
Yeah, a really interesting first period. I want to see that the lines have been shaken up a little bit here. McConaughey's playing with Pearson and Peschenik, 2 of the top scorers on this team. Pearson becoming the first player on this Buffs team this year to put 10 in the back of the net now with the goal tonight. Peschenik has been putting out assists game in, game out. They've played so well. But I think what's interesting is that Trunco, getting that goal, now moves up from points from 5 of his last 7 to 6 of his last 8. He's playing out of his mind right now, along with Mark Borghi, who scored 7 points in 7 of his last 10, and McConney, who has 3 of his last 4. So really interesting. Some of these players, they're really hot right now.
I mean, sometimes it just takes the right time to get going. I mean, maybe a slower start at the beginning of the season, not necessarily a bad start, but a bit of a slower start for a couple of the big players. This is when you want them to pick it up, when you're fighting for that spot. That's when you want them to really make their marks and kind of succeed late in the season, because you only got a couple weeks left until those national bids go out, and what better time to get going than right now?
Well, we are ready for an exciting second period of currently lead 3-0 at the end of the first period. We'll be right back for period 2. We're back at the CU Rec Center for period 2 between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Oklahoma Sooners. Number 23 versus number 24. A huge matchup in the WCHL and in the ACHA. Colorado find themselves ranked at 23, but they were just a few weeks ago, they were ranked at number 34 going into the second semester. And they had a couple interesting results that led to that. Aidan, what did their first semester schedule look like?
Well, I mean, you can see it right here. They played San Diego State twice, Oregon twice, the Sooners twice, Central Oklahoma twice, Utah twice, Missouri State twice, and then Colorado State twice. A very balanced schedule, and with the exception of the CSU series, it was, it wasn't home and home for any of them. On the road, at home. So, you can see a good start off. San Diego State kind of lulled in the middle. You split with Oregon, split with Oklahoma. You lose both Central Oklahoma, split with Utah, split with Missouri State, split with Colorado State.
And a trend, as if you look at it, winning or losing the first game and then winning the second game.
Exactly.
They were very much a second game team last semester.
Yes, you can see with the exception of Central Oklahoma and the exception actually of Oklahoma as well. All wins in the first semester for the Buffs were that second game if they didn't win the first one.
So that was one thing when we talked to Blake on the podcast on Wednesday. That was one thing he mentioned. That was something that they were trying not to do this semester, be a one-game team. And to a degree, that's what they kind of saw after the win against Missouri State. So I think the mentality going into this weekend is play a complete game in both games. Don't let off the gas pedal. Keep the pressure on.
Yes. I mean, they've played really well for this first period, and I hope they continue it up through the rest of this game and obviously win this game. But regardless of what happens in this game, win or lose, obviously we'd prefer win, but win or lose, you need to come out with a fire tomorrow, regardless of what the outcome of tonight's game was, and try to win that one as well.
Well, they're still trying to clear off some of the water that's on the ice. And that was what caused the delay in a abnormally long intermission. So we'll see what happens in the next coming minutes if they're going to get ready to start the second period. But as they're currently working on making sure that the ice is skatable and that we won't have a.
Yeah, I mean, this has been going for probably about 7-8 minutes or so.
Yeah, pretty much.
They finished
right
the
after
Zamboni.
We finished our intermission report.
Yeah, they finished the Zamboni job, and they've just been. I mean, they look like curlers. Is what they look like out here. I mean, if we can get the there we go. Props
what?
to them. I mean, the crowd's been cheering them on.
That is an unbelievable analogy. It looks exactly like that.
Get the curling stone, the nice position on your 1 foot.
Yeah.
And, here we go. We got another one joining.
Oh, some tag teamwork,
and we've got the trailer behind, ready for the pass.
Oh yeah, this is a little mini flying V right here.
Great formation. You can see it's just complete and utter. You've got the two in the front picking up most of the debris, but you've got that trailer. Perfect form, perfect execution, getting all the water puddles, all the extra snow off the ice. Now they've split up a little bit.
Execution.
One of them has to be worried about high stick at the moment. But
yeah.
But
now they're kind of trying with the drag, trying to drag it along and back in, so try to push. Interesting, and now they're trying to just dump it out. Looks like they're kind of ready now.
We got the nets coming over.
Enough. Great work.
Wonderful execution by the Rec Ice team.
I
could not do better.
No, that is the work that goes unnoticed in to many. Not here though.
We notice all. I mean, we've got a high up advantage up here. We're a total of like 7 rows up. Beautiful. And we got the other net there.
They're right. It looks like they're kind of getting things all set. And we mentioned in pregame that the reason this game was delayed was the ref situation. And it seems like we didn't really have that much of a situation because we talked to head coach Trace Jablin, who informed us that they got the refs and that the game was going to happen.
Yeah, they got the refs. They just had to get here.
And they got the 2 linesmen and the 2 refs. It's really nice. They got a full crew for this contest.
So once again, that 3-0 score entering the second frame for the Buffs as we now take the ice finally.
And Matt Server has played really well. Had a nice blocker save. He got a little lucky with that one hitting off the post, but now I'm really interested to see what happens here.
Exactly.
Oklahoma had a great pressure in that first period, especially after Adanasio came in.
And a good general response to A, having an inexperienced goaltender in your net, and B, a good response to having just given up 3 quick goals.
And so I am interested to see what the mentality is going into the second period. Buffs currently have a 3-0 lead. Oklahoma has to dig it themselves out of this hole. They have plenty of time to do so. They still have 40 minutes of game time to get 3 to tie. But defense has got to be the number 1 priority here.
Yes. Obviously, as the old saying goes, good defense creates good offense, but I think that could be, essential for the Buffs here. Control your zone, control the game.
Buffs Sooners period 2 underway as the Sooners control the opening faceoff. Cavalcanti going to leave it there for Swearingen. Marcinkevichus back to Gosno, a little one-touch pass to Blevins. He'll backhand it into the Oklahoma side of the ice. Blevins trying to chase it down. Oklahoma takes it away. Cavalcanti sends it down. No icing. Server plays it, and now that does not go into the netting. Server makes that save. It goes just off the side of the net. Marcinkevichus picks it up for the Colorado Buffaloes. And he sends it into the netting.
Yeah, well, we're still talking about the aims for this final 2 periods for the Buffs. I think, A, it's going to depend a lot on Server's play and, how, calm, concise, and strong in net he can stay. But I think it's also going to depend on all the players on the ice for the Buffs. It's a very generalized thing to say, but general communication and just playing smart, playing clean, and playing crisp will prevent, chaos from happening, such as, a ton of turnovers in the neutral zone, a ton of pickoffs for Oklahoma. That's probably what they're going to be looking for, try to create a number of odd man rushes. So play concise and play smart for Colorado.
Howe leaves it for Sinclair. Fighting with 2 Buffaloes, Trunco comes away with possession of the puck. It's off the stick of Connor Horn. And now Kate, or Borgie, back for Ferguson. Trunco now tries to get it over for Kate. Kate, little touch. Here comes Sinclair. Shoots one. Glove save by Matt Server.
If I'm Oklahoma there, I'm taking that a little bit further in towards Server before either passing or shooting. I think there was more of an opportunity there for the Sooners than they thought. But they take the long shot and easily grabbed by Matt Server.
Off the tie-up, it's Martin. Hartman steals away for the Buffs and gives to McConaughey. Into neutral ice, it's now taken by Oklahoma as McConaughey was knocked off the puck and down to the ice. Hartman starts up the rush for the Buffaloes. Long pass looking for Pashenik. Pearson able to get that over for Pashenik. He'll send it in to the Oklahoma side of the ice. If that clear gets away from Hartman, it'll go all the way down for icing. And so just about 2 minutes gone in this second period. Colorado will get an offensive zone draw.
Yeah, a little bit stronger than Oklahoma wanted there. Obviously, you never want to try to clear it and turn it into an icing. Creates a worse situation for you on your end of the ice.
Pashenik can't win that draw for Colorado. Jake Barone trying to clear and does. Quentin Kinney up for Pashenik off his stick and into the Colorado bench. Look out, heads up.
That
was
nearly
headed right for head
nearly
coach
hit
Trace.
the coach.
That was headed right for head coach Trace Jablin.
He's laughing about it. Tommy over there was laughing about it as well. Tommy Kleinman, player on last year's squad, now on the coaching squad.
One of 5 coaches for this Colorado team. One of them, obviously, as you can see, not there tonight as they face off at center ice.
Really, I was counting 4, and I was sure it was 5.
Here's Nate Payne trying to get that up for Mondo. Rosalenko is it taken away. Here is Server. Tap it off a stick for Ferguson. Wrap around. Payne steals. Pass in the slot. Save made by Server. Point blank on Mondo.
Oh, man. I obviously don't have the time to say exactly what I want to when you're speaking, Alex, but I really wanted to say look out for the slot option there, and nearly worked for Oklahoma.
Lowe. Here's a shot from Lowe that misses the net. Rieger. Over for Mondo. And kept in there just barely by Horn. Buffs will clear. And Bunting trying to get that up for Foy.
And good effort to keep that onside, because that was a very bouncy puck there and easily could have stopped play.
Blevins trying to work Blake off the puck and outrace him the puck. Crawford just sends it into the Oklahoma side of the ice. Marcinkevichus trying to get over there. Here's a slap shot from Blevins that gets deflected off of Farrow, and it goes wide of the net.
And that's only the second shot the Buffaloes have had on Atanasio, excuse me.
Rieger. Up for Blake. Now Payne spinning around Crawford. Payne trying to get that over to Mondo.
Great play by Gosnell, though.
Here's a shot from Blake. Save made by Server. Farrow, it goes off his stick and into the netting, and a fan will probably be able to pick up that puck.
And that is a scenario in which we are lucky.
Oh, he tried to send it back onto the ice, and he does.
We're lucky that ACHA does not do delay of game for puck out of the defensive zone penalty, because that was fully that by Farrow there, and we only found that out a couple months ago, Alex, when that exact same thing happened, and we were like,
we both assumed.
Yeah, we were like, oh, we're on the penalty, and then no.
So Bassett to go grab the puck for Oklahoma. Touch pass acquired now by Bassett after Marcinkevichus slows down, hesitates, wasn't sure what was happening on that play.
They had to get back on side.
Howe dumps it in around the boards. Domanchuk missed the puck. Bassett missed the puck, and so Sinclair has to grab it again. Bassett missed it again. Trunco trying to grab possession for Colorado. It goes to the stick of Mark Borghi. Goes behind Atanasio. Trunco trying to get that pass in the slot for Borghi.
And Trunco with a really nice idea there, just no partner there to help out.
Off the skate of Tristan Glass. Bassett hit hard by DiDomizio in the boards. Glass trying to work around Hartman. His shot stopped by Server. Kinney over there fought off by Martin. DiDomizio does enough to get it for Kinney. Trunco sent it into the corner. Borghi will get over there for Colorado. Barone has it for the Sooners. Hartman keeps it in the offensive zone for Colorado.
Really good reaction time from Hartman there. He was leaving.
Borghi in the corner there for the Buffs. Sooners trying to keep possession, poked away by Trunco, still down in the boards. Goldstein fighting with Hartman for the puck in the boards, and now a hit from DiDomizio. Puck squirts free back for Swearingen, and he'll clear.
And that'll be icing. Yeah. That's
physical play on the boards right there.
So this is good from Colorado here right now. They're using their body and their physicality, which we've talked about through the year, Alex. They're using that body and physicality to really stifle up, especially zone clears by Oklahoma, but really any play. And what that is allowing them to do right now is it's allowing them to get, the extra forward that they have. Obviously not a sixth forward, but just the extra player who's not quite doing anything. Come down, break up their play, and they have even better opportunities for passing around the zone to make a play and hopefully score a fourth goal. So really good offensive play from the Buffaloes right now.
Puck stuck behind the Sooner net. Barone just able to clear that away from severe danger. McConaughey overskates the puck behind the Sooner net. Cleared away by Oklahoma. Carson Glass has iced the puck. Glass, one of the three duos on this Oklahoma team that we'd like to assume would be brothers, Carson and Tristan Glass.
Otherwise, that's unbelievable coincidence.
Both hail from Edmond, Oklahoma.
Oh, hey, I've heard of that place.
Duncan Hollander and Hudson Hollander both hail from West Hartford, Connecticut. Doesn't look like either of them are here tonight. That shot gloved by Adanasio.
You said West Hartford?
West Hartford, Connecticut. Hudson Hollander
and
Duncan Hollander. And then Brendan Davison and Tristan Davison, both hailing from Ringwood, New Jersey. And as Jared has deducted, Lakeland High School, one of his childhood rivalry schools.
There we go, the New Jersey native. And I don't know if you know this, Alex, but I wasn't born there, but I lived the majority of my early years, if you could call them that, in about just west of Hartford.
Well, how about those coincidences for this Oklahoma team and this broadcast team? Puck's still stuck in the boards. Lowe trying to get that out on a little touch pass.
Some really good play from Foy there to keep that in the zone.
Mondo picks up the puck, shoots one on server, and he makes the save. So Ben Mondu has had a couple really good looks on server in this second period. Of course, the point blank save from server on that beautiful pass in the slot. He's wide open there.
Yeah, and he was honestly a little bit wide open there too. That was less of a zone coverage failure and more of a people are moving and he happened to be open thing. But he was left open a little bit there, and he's a dangerous scorer on this team.
Blevins holds in the neutral zone. Tap pass for Farrow. Taps it ahead for himself in the corner.
Really great awareness of where his line mate was on the ice there.
Stolen away by Oklahoma. Cavalcanti chasing it down. Goal gets there first. It goes off of Cavalcanti, and now Marcinkevichus picks it up. Leaves it for Blevins, but he can't get there. Marcinkevichus, a physical play. Stick for Barone. Dislodged there. Now that bouncing puck corralled by Adanasio off the stick of Marcinkevichus.
And you see what I was talking about there earlier, the physical play disrupting Oklahoma in their own zone. This time it was Marcinkevichus, the far corner. Really disrupted I'm not entirely sure which player it was for Oklahoma, but disrupted the play there in their own zone. They were trying to clear, and it would have been cleared. Disrupted the play, turned over for Colorado, and we got a good shot attempt off of it.
Marcinkevichus trying to take control for Colorado. Farrow, it's a little enough of a touch, a little hesitation, able to get it down for Blevins. Can't cleanly get a pass towards Farrow. Trying to send it around for Blevins. Howe trying to clear for Oklahoma. Works Marcinkevichus away from trying to get a pass.
And Oklahoma taking a little bit of a little leaf out of our book right there.
Dumped in by Tristan Glass. Glass holds, trying to find a player. He does. Here's Howe. Just bullied off the puck by the Colorado defense. Excuse me, that was Davison. Marcinkevichus trying to get a shot on net. Sends it back for Hartman, who fresh off the ice, able to dump it back in.
Crawford had to be quick to get on there to avoid too many men on the ice. Not too many mice. That's the Florida Panthers thing.
It's the Rats.
Although, yeah, those are the Rats.
That puck floating and bouncing into the Colorado side, where Kinney picks it up and gets a lead pass for Borghi. Mark Borghi shoots one, deflected off a stick and into the netting. And so Colorado having a couple chances that shot from Borghi looked pretty good. It's just a nice deflection off a stick. And now they get another offensive zone draw. Adanazio's mad to make only 4 saves. Shot right off the draw from Borghi, gloved by Adanazio.
That was a good.
Or did that go into the
That
netting?
went fully into the netting. That just went up,
His glove.
up and out. Yeah. I said a couple minutes ago, I said a leaf out of our book. I just now realized, which is not the expression at all.
I think he meant to say page.
I did, yes, and I was sitting there while the play was going on. I was like, now hold on a second, that didn't sound right.
Puck stuck in the boards. Oklahoma takes possession. Here's Hunter Howe. Up for Payne. Hartman quickly gets that one away from Lowe. Lowe still pressuring and trying to seek possession of the puck. Taken away by Ben Mondu. He's got Payne. Payne.
And Hartman without a stick here on a slash, and yep, that's going to be called.
And so the Colorado Buffaloes are going to the power play with one of their most dangerous scorers in Ben Mondu going to the box. This will be the first full power play for Colorado of this game, since the only other power play came late in the first and had intersected with another penalty Colorado had taken. Pearson looking for Borghi, down low, Pashenik. Some of the top players on this squad make up this top power play unit. Pashenik leaves it for Pearson. In the slot looking there, Pashenik's shot. Wow, a diving play by Carson Glass, able to prevent that one from going right to Adanazio and into the netting. And you take a look at Colorado's power play, around the middle of the pack, 19% on the season. Oklahoma's penalty kill just under 80%, good for 30th in D1.
So some good penalty kill for Oklahoma, but Colorado's power play has been better as of late with a nice shot there.
So good save there from Adanazio. And just 30 seconds are gone on this penalty against Mondu.
And I think this has been good for Adanazio, how this has gone. He's faced more shots here than he did in the first, but was really able to use the first as a time to warm up for these shots that he is now facing from Colorado as they're getting more offensive time.
Pearson gets a look, shoots one, and goes right to the chest of Adanazio as Pashenik's taken down. Wow. Pashenik just hit after the play.
I mean, quite after the play.
It looks like that was Hunter Howe, number 25, who ended up making the hit. We'll see if they make a call at all. Refs discussing things over with Swearingen, one of the assistant captains for this Oklahoma team.
I don't quite agree with the decision to not
no
call
penalty
anything
assessed.
there. Yeah.
Howe will head to the bench. We'll see. Yeah, he'll just head just straight toward his team's bench. Off the face-off, Pashenik does have it, and now is hitting to the boards once again. Kate throwing toward the net. Popped up, knocked away by Barone. Pashenik pivots, guarded by Payne. 1 minute left on the penalty.
Pashenik, who's been so dangerous with those
He's hit
assists.
down again by Swearingen this time. Stolen away by Pearson. Pearson trying to get that in front. Pashenik shoots one, saved by Adanazio. Cross in front, looking for Borghi. His shot just wide of the net. 40 seconds left on the penalty. Server heading to the bench.
And that's a 5-on-3.
penalty
Yep.
against Oklahoma.
Server there with lightning speed.
Yeah, that was fast. He knew he wanted to give his team an opportunity to try and score with a 5-on-3. This one's going to go against Swearingen. He's headed to the box. Not exactly sure if it was going to be that specific hit against Pashenik, but he's going to take a penalty anyways. So an interference call against one of the assistant captains for the Sooners. And now it's a 5-on-3 for the Buffaloes. Howe back out there for Oklahoma. He's joined by Horn and Glass. Marcinkiewicz used a blast, and Adanasio with the save. Pashenik. Ferguson, Marcinkiewicz used again. That one sails over the net. 15 seconds on the 5-on-3. 8:20 to go in the second period. McConaughey racing up the ice. Hit off the puck by Horn. Can't clear though. Pashenik, Marcinkiewicz sails it into the netting as the 5-on-3 comes to a close.
So unable to convert on the 5-on-3 there. They did get a couple of chances. Marcinkiewicz with a couple of looks. That first one saved, second one wide and high, but some good looks there, and still a whole another minute and 20 on this power play.
Trunco twirls around Mondu, fresh out of the box. Ferguson fakes the slap shot, gets to Marcinkiewicz, who's down in the slot. Here's a shot from Farrow that goes into the netting and probably deflected.
That's unfortunate. That was a really, really well set up play. Really good passing, good vision on the ice, across the blue line up top, down into the center, and they got the little rebound up into the slot to try to get that shot, and just a little bit too slow on that reaction time there. Similar earlier on the power play, Borghi screening the goalie, but also screening the shooting lanes for, I think it was Pashenik.
Marcinkiewicz used a blast off the glove of Adanasio. Oh, and Ferguson slips. Can't keep it in. Oklahoma will clear with 50 seconds to go on the Buffs power play. Marcinkiewicz has had plenty of looks. Adanasio having a really nice performance here.
Absolutely, but you know, we've talked about Marcinkiewicz this whole year, and he's really been a fantastic bright spot for this team.
He's got the puck, leaves it for Jack Ferguson. Back to Rapp. And Blevins can't get the one-timer.
They've had a number of dangerous looks here on this power play.
Back to Marcinkiewicz it goes. Trunco to Marcinkiewicz, high over the net. Trunco trying to get the rebound, whiffed on the shot. Farrow, Marcinkiewicz off his stick, 15 seconds on the power play. Marcinkiewicz works his way in, throws it towards the net off of Adanasio.
I don't know how we haven't hit the net.
5 seconds. Up for Ferguson, off the post.
Oh my God.
Cleared down. Penalty kill was phenomenal from Oklahoma there.
Really good penalty kill, but unbelievable chances from Colorado there that, honestly, we didn't score out of pure lack of finishing. That was hard to count, but I would say 4 or 5 unbelievably high danger chances for the Buffs there on that power play. Plus the 5-on-3.
Yeah, extended. But that's special teams play.
Real big for Oklahoma there that they prevented a 4th goal. Obviously, you're still down 3.
You got to find a way to score one here soon.
Absolutely, but you know, any 3 is better than 4. 4 deficit is difficult. 3 definitely doable with the time remaining.
So it looks like a face-off here at center ice. Keaton Foy will face off against Ben Mondu.
Not entirely sure as to why, because I'm pretty sure they call icing on Oklahoma.
Will tie up there, taken by Lowe. Lowe sends it in to the Colorado zone. Gold up for Bunting. Now back to Gold. Caleb Gold up for Gosnell. Rosalenko lobs it over for Bunting. He can't cleanly grab the puck. Mondu spinning around Bunting. Now gets it to Lowe. He shoots one that's gloved by Server. He'll just hold. He really wanted to dump that one out.
Yeah, I mean, continue the play. That's what any goalie would look to do. But bright spot for Colorado here tonight is they've had a very successful time in their zone clears. They've been able to, most of the time, get it out with very quick efficiency and no real fuss or drama. The couple times they haven't, Oklahoma's had some very good scoring chances.
Face-off control by Colorado. Trunco. Over for Borghi. Up for DiDomizio. DiDomizio chasing down the puck with Payne. He'll send it around behind his own net for Bassett. Best flinches, and now here's Borghi moving in. And that shot pops up away from the net. Kinney able to corral the puck. DiDomizio in the corner. They're in the boards with the captain, Borghi. And Oklahoma gets it out. Kinney trying to re-engage. Gets it to Trunco. Borghi down there. DiDomizio around for Borghi. In the slot, Trunco can't cleanly get a possession. Hartman shoots one wide of the net. Loose puck, Borghi finds a pass to DiDomizio. Roman DiDomizio still has the puck in the boards. Loses it. And Best cannot work it free from the stick of Quentin Kinney.
Unfortunate. Kinney was banging his stick earlier and really was trying to get DiDomizio to notice him up there. Would have kept the play alive for at least a little while longer.
Hunter Howe around the boards for Server. Kinney now to Hartman. Alex Hartman tapped off the stick of Trunco. Pashenik chasing it down with Glass. Pashenik worked off the puck, and now here's Horn. Off the glass, and now a little shove after from Horn on McConaughey after the puck, I think, entered the Colorado bench.
Some unbelievable work there on the ice to catch up to that defenseman by Pashenik. Just completely outworked him and was able to get the puck for just a moment, but on the other hand, really, really good defensive play, just completely cutting off his connection to the puck and then swiping it away by Oklahoma. Great defensive play.
Off the face-off, it's Davison. Off the boards, trying to find Tristan Glass. Worked off the puck, and now here comes Brody Pearson. Pearson tripped up a little bit. Davison worked off the puck, and now McConaughey dumps it in.
Honestly, if McConaughey took about half a second slower time on that, he could have aimed that at the net, and I don't know that Adanasio would have saved that. He was kind of standing there the whole time.
Glass shoots and scores. No, they wave it off. It's off the corner of the post.
I for sure thought that was in.
Wow.
That's a
Horn shoots that one. Ferguson.
That's a big live speed call to call that not a goal. Obviously, they can't review.
But remember, back in October when Central Oklahoma was here, there was a similar situation where a player had shot and scored past Liam O'Gwyn. Play continued for about a minute and a half. We both thought that they could not overturn it. I think they're going to have the discussion now. There's a slashing call that is coming up against
McConaughey,
but I don't think they're going to count this one as a goal. Oh, they put 4 on the board for Colorado. Now they have 5. They're going to work that down.
Yeah, that's not quite accurate.
Yeah, so they're going to go ahead and fix that up. McConaughey's in the box for 2 minutes. The goal will not count. Trunco off the faceoff. He's potentially got a look. Short-handed. Missed the net. Chased by all 5 Sooners. Was able to get a decent look.
Hey, they better get there sooner. Prevent a goal.
Yeah, it took me a second to register that pun.
You got to be quicker speed when you're with me. You can keep up with the play on the ice, but
sooner or later.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one I wanted to use when we won in overtime last year. Sooner or later we score, something along those lines.
Cleared down. Adanasio will leave it for Jake Barone. Under 3 minutes to go in the second period. Mondo across to Payne. Has it in the corner. Goes back for Mondo along the back wall. Payne works the puck free. Payne, tough angle. Best can't get a shot. He's knocked off the puck and hit by Hartman.
Good play by Hartman there, wrapping up his stick, because that was a very dangerous opportunity.
Mondo back up. Barone can't keep it in 40 seconds left on the power play for Oklahoma. 2 minutes to go in the second period. Still 3-0 Colorado. Nothing has changed on the scoreboard. But it's been a very entertaining period nonetheless. Cavalcanti shoots one. Server makes the save. Gotta say, I am very impressed with Matt Server's performance tonight so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything can change, obviously. And as we saw in the first period, anything can change in a matter of minutes. But so far, and thus far, Server's been playing very, very solid. Just positioned well, blocking well, closing off lanes. Very, very in tune right now.
Bassett can't get to the puck. Farrow will clear. With 10 seconds left on the power play, minute and a half in the second period, Colorado looks like they're going to get another penalty kill. Cavalcanti just dumps it in, not exactly sure what the intention was there. Glass, slipping and falling, able to get that towards Blake. Here's Glass. Here's a shot from Blake that goes just wide of the net. Lob pass up for Blevins. I don't know if he knew the puck was over there.
Hey, he didn't even see that pass ever.
Marcinkevičius, the pass over there for Farrow. Now a shot and a save by Atanasio on the turnaround shot from Fred Farrow.
What an idea from Marcinkevičius there. Saw that pass, saw the play was possible for Farrow, and they just barely missed from executing it. Good quick reaction stop there. To glove the puck down and then cover it from Atanasio.
Pearson in the face-off circle for Colorado. As the top line's out. Impashenik, Pearson, and McConaughey. 45 seconds left in the second period. Still 3-0 Colorado. Payne around the side. Stuck, just sits up there.
That's something
in
I haven't
between
seen
the
in a
walls
while.
and the glass. I don't think we're going to see something like that Hawks Predators game earlier this year where the puck literally sat on top of the glass.
Did it really?
It did.
I think I saw that actually, but that one fully rode it. It took a trip from at least behind Server's net to, I'd say a good few, 4 or 5 panes down.
Just rolling along the thin line on that wall.
What a puck wants to do, I guess.
Physics.
It wants to do physics, yeah.
20 seconds left.
I'll ask my roommates. They're both physics majors.
I live with engineering majors. Maybe I'll ask them how that works.
They were doing something in hockey last night, actually.
5 seconds left. Atanasio will cover. They'll stop play with 3.2 seconds left in the second period.
That's certainly a play you can do. Honestly, not really sure why he didn't let the clock just run out, but you know what? As long as the Buffs don't score here in the next 3.2 seconds, I guess it's all right.
Face-off control. Here's the shot. Gets deflected and blocked, and that's the end of the second. Oh, boy. I think that's... I can't exactly pick out who on Colorado. Oh, that's Crawford. Loses his stick right as the horn sounds. And, well, the goaltenders hold down the fort in the second period. No scoring. It remains 3-0 at the end of the second period. Gotta say, I am really impressed with Trey Atanasio's performance. He only had to make one save in that first period, but he looked really comfortable in this second period.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's settled down. Obviously, he's only played one game, as we've much discussed. But
sure hasn't looked like it.
No, it's the goaltending position. Obviously, I've never played it, but I feel like this could be a completely uneducated statement, but I do feel like it's probably like skating. It's probably like biking. It's something that just kind of comes to you. And it's a position I'm sure he's played for many, many years. So, regardless of if you haven't played in a while, regardless of if you're having to come in cold, it's still goalie. At the end of the day, it's still a goal. You're still goaltending. and you're still in the position of goaltender. So he's settled down real well. Like I said earlier in the period, the lack of shots at the really second half of the first from Colorado, I think really gave him time to settle down, not really fluster him too much, and let him settle into the game and stop these shots by Colorado in this second period.
And so at the end of 2, the Colorado Buffaloes lead the Oklahoma Sooners 3-0. We'll be right back with period 3. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Stove Sports. Rec Center for the second intermission report here tonight on Scobo Sports. I'm Alex Roberts once again, and joining me once again here is Jared Miller. There were no goals in that second period. The score remains 3-0, but I think the big takeaway was the goaltending play from Trey Atanasio, really keeping this game at 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, he came in relief. He hasn't been tested too much, but he made some key saves during that second period, especially on a 5-on-3 power play where I thought Rat Marson and Kevin Schuss was going to bury one. Yeah,
no, that entire sequence really showed that this Oklahoma team kind of, had the rejuvenation after the pulling of Brendan Culbertson-Bond. And Atanasio made a couple nice saves, some good defense, but Colorado had plenty of good chances and just couldn't put one past Atanasio.
I mean, if you're watching that period, it didn't feel like there was a whole lot of action. It felt pretty even, back and forth. Not too many big chances on either side. Obviously, big glove save on Marson Kevin Schuss on the power play. Big post here behind Server. And he had a big save early in the period with that right pad right in front of the net. So, I mean, both sides have gotten a couple chances, but kind of just an even game back and forth. Nothing really too high danger. 3-0, 20 minutes to go.
And if you're Colorado, do you want to change things up? Do you want to keep things the same? How do you keep this 3-0 lead and maybe even potentially get the shutout for Matt Server?
I wouldn't change too much because I really don't. They haven't really let up too much. Server's made a couple big saves, a little help from the post tonight, 2 posts, but he's played well. They haven't given up too many high-quality chances, and they are pressuring the Oklahoma end of the ice. So I wouldn't change too much. I wouldn't fall back, but I also wouldn't get too aggressive either because you got that 3-goal cushion, 20 minutes to go. I would say keep doing what you're doing because you haven't really given up many chances this game.
Yeah, so Matt Server, I want to say, we haven't seen him very much here at home. Yeah. He's having a really nice game. I think Oklahoma has 20 shots so far in this one. He stopped them all. And you mentioned that point-blank shot that he stopped. That of course, I thought that shot went right off the corner and into the net, but they waved it off. Really interesting how it's kind of worked. I mean, that would have been a huge goal for Oklahoma to go down into this third period only down 2 instead of 3.
Yeah, I mean, we really haven't seen Server much at home. He's been playing most of the games on the road. Ogwen's been the home goalie for the most part. But I think it goes to show how big of a improvement this season is with the tandem of goalies. Server's 3-5-1 on the season, I want to say, coming into the night. Ogwen's got 5 wins. The combo is something that we didn't really see last year. Ethan James ended the season with 4 wins. But his goals against average was well above 6. He lost 8 games. You have a second goalie where you're confident every night that he's going to make the big saves when needed. I think having that second goalie that we didn't see last year is a big improvement to this team.
What's interesting is that was one of the biggest stories going into this series. The Buffs had the tandem of Oakland and Server, and Oklahoma really had Brendan Culbertson-Bond, who had started every game this season.
The workhorse.
And all of a sudden, it becomes 3-0 in the first 9 minutes, and they pull him for a guy who had played in just 1 game and had faced just 6 shots throughout the entire season, and he's played great.
Yeah. I mean, earlier this week, when we were talking, I said these teams are very similar. On paper, record-wise, identical. I said the biggest difference is the Bucks have 2 goalies, Oklahoma has 1. Culbertson-Bond has made that, he got a rough start. The Buffs have 2 goalies, so even if one does struggle, the second one come in relief. Right now, Oklahoma is the one who needs the relief, and it's been working well.
Well, it's been a very interesting game. It slowed down here in the second period, but it's been very even. They're still both fighting for this one. Oklahoma's got to dig deep and come back down 3 in the third period. We'll be back for period 3 here on Scobo Sports. Welcome back to the CU Rec Center for the third period between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Oklahoma Sooners. The score remains at 3-0 Colorado, as it did at the start of the second period. Now, while these two teams are in a very important series, Colorado coming into this as 23, Oklahoma coming into this series as number 24. The first two teams looking on the outside in the Nationals race. But what about the rest of the season schedule for the Colorado Buffaloes? They've got, these two teams will play tomorrow, and then next weekend, Colorado gets a bit of a break. They go on the road to play San Diego State, but they can't sleep. They cannot sleep on San Diego State. They played them tough when they were here in Boulder.
They absolutely did, but the Aztecs have been flailing a little bit as of late. They've lost their last couple games. They haven't been doing it as well. Obviously, we were both shocked at how well they kept up with and played Colorado. A drastic improvement from their previous season.
And then the next home series, at home, the Colorado Buffaloes will host the Arizona State Sun Devils, the current last place team in the WCHL.
And that's a series you have to win if you're Colorado. Looking for Nationals, looking for that playoff bid, that Nationals bid, that's when you gotta win.
Arizona State is usually a pretty good school, and it's really interesting how that just was not the case how it hasn't been the case this year. Period 3 between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Oklahoma Sooners is underway. Behind his own net, here's Caleb Goldnow. On the fresh sheet of ice, Payne fans on it, and Gold will dump it into the Oklahoma side of the ice. Loose puck in front, Marcinkiewicz, who's robbed by Atanasio.
Oh man, that was a good save. Is my initial reaction. That really good reaction time there. Trey Atanasio. Not even 30 seconds into the game, turnover in their own zone by the Sooners, and lightning quick reaction time to get that.
Marcinkiewicz has had like 4 or 5 good shots.
I'm telling you, he's a huge boon for this team, and is
bound to put one through.
And is great for that second line. Last year we were talking about how it was.
Here's Lowe shooting one high and wide over the net.
Last year we were talking about how it was basically a one-line team a lot of the time. A lot of the points were from the top 4 or 5 scorers. But now you got 2 fully functioning lines at the very least for point scoring with Marcinkiewicz who's there on the second line. It's just unbelievable for the team.
Hunter Howe is offsides.
I didn't agree with that one. I thought he was onside.
And it's been interesting. Marcinkiewicz, who's been playing with Pearson and McConaughey,
he's able to fit all over the roster.
Blevins tonight. So a really interesting role, and that line's thrived tonight. It's like a big physical line.
Yes, he. I know. I shouldn't, keep making NHL comparisons, especially, with my 2 favorite teams. But he really does remind me a lot of the role Valerian Nichushkin plays for the Avs. Just a very formidable, very dangerous, and very adaptable, flexible player. Can kind of fit pretty much anywhere and really add something to his line.
Here's Adam Trunko shooting one, and Atanasio makes the save. Sinclair blows the pass. Borghi fans on the shot, and he blows that one too.
And a little bit of careless play, careless communication here between the Sooners, and Colorado really should try to make them pay for it a little bit stronger, because they're going to be pushing soon.
Borghi taps it around Barone. Tough angle. Shot stopped by Atanasio. Kinney. They get that back for Pearson, who's waiting up atop. He'll send it into the corner where Swearingen picks it up for Oklahoma. McConaughey, not necessarily aware of it. Stick was between his legs and got a little tied up there. Oklahoma able to clear the zone. Borghi chasing it down. And it's icing. Domanchuk was chasing the puck down, really trying to prevent that call, will not do so.
They were waiting on that one to see if he could get ahead, but really good job there from Mark Borghi. Just keep pushing the pace, pushing ahead, and you get a face-off down in the offensive zone. Atanasio doing some work on his pads over there.
Yeah, seems like there might not exactly. Yeah, he's taken the leg pad off. Something must have happened.
Fallen off. I'm sure you can tell the instant when something is quite not quite right, a little loose or something like that.
Especially as a goaltender, when you play, something doesn't right. Yeah, that is a no-go.
I like the Jeopardy music, though.
Yeah, that's always a nice touch.
I mean, you're just dancing over here, Alex.
What? It's a fun song.
You know,
it's a fun quiz.
Are you a Jeopardy fan?
Yeah, I like Jeopardy. I'm not someone who really watches on the regular, but I do love watching clips of it.
That's fair.
Especially when they all screw up every ounce of sports trivia out there.
Especially, you've seen a lot of hockey stuff where it's not the greatest knowledge. Ooh,
Pearson, a turnaround shot he just couldn't get off. Back the other way, here's Carson Glass. Hip check there by Gosnell.
wonderful job to disrupt the 3-on-2 there.
Connor Horn shoots one, blocked by Marcinkevichus. There's going to be Crawford is the one who blocked that shot. Domanchuk back there, still fighting for the puck. Rieger trying to take possession, can't do so. Or Cavalcanti, excuse me. Here's Pashenik looking for Pearson. Quick clear by Oklahoma. Connor Horn slows the puck down. Picked up there by Hunter Howe. Connor Horn reacquires the puck. It goes off the stick of Cavalcanti. And Kate gets it over for Ferguson. Here comes William Blake. He's going to have a look. Shoots it high over the net. Payne trying to keep it in, cannot do so. The other way comes the fourth line. Rosalenko behind the net. Poking it over there for Bunting. And now a penalty coming up. Bunting will tap it. This is going to be against Colorado.
Yeah, and that's a slash. And can't do that, giving Oklahoma the opportunity to get back in this game with more than enough time remaining.
16-16 left in the game. Colorado leads by 3. Oklahoma would love to get on the board here and ruin the shutout bid for Matthew Server.
Well, you can't say that.
They would love to do so. Matthew Server, his one shutout came against these Sooners out in Oklahoma earlier this season.
And obviously Culbertson Bonds, one of his two, had come against the Buffs the night later.
Glass the play's gonna be called dead offsides to try to get that to Blake.
Lucky for the Buffs there. That was 4-on-2. They did not have their defenseman coming back, and could have been dangerous there. But offside and disruption at the blue line prevents it.
Face-off controlled by the Sooners. Aaron Best sends it in around the boards. Kinney clears it. Blake holds. Up top. It's down for Glass. Glass over for Mondo. Nate Payne. Back up to Mondo. 1:10 to go on the power play. Payne shoots one. Saved by Server. Puck was loose for a second, and he's able to cover it up. 1:04 left on the power play for Oklahoma. 15:20 left in the game.
Normally I would say good on Server there for not allowing a huge rebound, but in that case it was a little bit dangerous. There was a Sooner right on the doorstep and did get a little whack at it, but Server was able to cover with pretty good efficiency.
Glass gives it up top to Blake, fakes the shot. Glass back to Blake. Fakes that pass for Mondo. Best does end up giving it to Mondo. And now Payne was looking for Mondo. Now looks for another pass. 40 seconds left. Mondo, the safe option, shoots one off the glove of Matthew Server. Oklahoma trying to regain possession. They do. Mondo shoots one in traffic. Deflected away. Glass with 20, with 10. Miscommunication with Best. Payne grabs it again. 5 seconds. Mondo shoots, gloved by Server.
Good on Server there, though. The structure had broken. Borgie had gone down to break up the play. A decent back check down in the corner, but disrupted the structure of Colorado, allowed some open space for the Sooners, and they got a shot off, and good tracking there by Matt Server.
And so with 3 seconds to go on the power play, Oklahoma, if they're going to score on this power play, pretty much have to win the face-off and shoot it right off the draw. Sinclair gets it over there. Here's a shot from low, and he almost got it.
And they almost did, yeah.
Here's that shot. Gets deflected before it gets to Server. Now a pass right in front. Cleared away by the Buffs defense, and now they stop play. The net came off.
Yeah, net off. Server was moving wildly around his zone there, flailing around to get those saves, and got them all on that one.
.14:07 left in this one. Oklahoma needs 3 to tie. Howe behind the net. It's Kate. He overskates the puck.
Bounced a little bit on him.
Now he grabs the puck and gets it to Ferguson. Will saucer pass out of the zone. And that.
Yep, yeah, that's a good call, and smart awareness by Marcin Kevicius there. Bassett absolutely could have touched the puck.
Glass worked off the puck by Ferguson. Nice move. Jack Ferguson shoots one. Missed the net. Farrow misses the puck. Davison's without his stick. There's a little kick pass looking for Glass. And now Farrow comes the other way. Blevins is open. The pass misses him, and he won't get a good shot there. Farrow, tough angle shot there. Stopped by Atanasio. Another penalty coming up. Also going to be against Colorado.
I disagree with this one. I don't think that's a penalty.
And so Oklahoma getting another power play opportunity as Blake Blevins will head to the box. 13:09 left in regulation time. 2 more minutes on the power play for Oklahoma. And so these two teams will engage for more special teams play. Roughing is the call against Blevins. Here's Camden Crawford. Trying to clear it out. Payne keeps it in. Kinney and Trunco fighting for the puck for the Buffs. And Trunco now has possession. Trunco weaving his way through the defense. Mondo, a good poke check. Up for Best. Best chasing it down. And now the puck has been iced.
So Colorado taking a couple penalties where they really shouldn't. Again, I don't think this one was a penalty, but a couple penalties where they shouldn't. And, there's still 12:43 left. Far more than enough time for the Sooners to score a couple, and you don't want to let them get back into the game at this point. Just play a clean game, play a concise game. I've said the whole night, but play smart.
The next goal, if there is another goal scored, changes the entire changes the momentum, and really,
pretty much.
Yeah.
4-0 at this point would be very, very difficult to come back from.
4-0 versus 3-1.
3-1, far different hockey game.
The next goal means a ton.
And both teams know that.
Here's Tristan Glass with 1 minute left. Shoots that one. Server, that one popped up, and he grabs it in midair.
I had a bad angle on that. I thought I was basically dead on that shot, and I really thought it went backwards over Server's head. But nope, gets the glove save there. And he's just really been solid tonight.
Yeah, Server holding down the fort. Currently has a shutout bid. He's got to hold down the fort for another 12 minutes and 12 seconds. Gosnell finds Gold in the corner. Trying to clear. Howe cannot keep it in. It goes past his skate.
Good clear there.
So Bassett able to get it away from the incoming pressure. Andrew Lowe behind his own net. Leaves it. Borghi trying to take control of that. Forces Oklahoma to pick up the pace. Cavalcanti run that pass over for Lowe. Bassett shoots that one and off the stick of Gosnell. Gosnell will clear for the Buffaloes with 13 seconds to go on the power play. Server just taps it for Ferguson. Pashenik gives to McConaughey. He overskates the puck. Pashenik will dump it back in. McConaughey giving chase. Rieger over there for the Sooners. They still fight for it. Pashenik to grab the loose puck. Swearingen sends it into the Colorado side. Penalty has been killed. And now here comes Drew McConaughey. He sprung loose. He's got a 2-on-1 with Pearson. McConaughey scores! An absolute rocket from Drew McConaughey. And it's 4-0 Colorado.
What a beauty of a goal. What a disgusting goal, too. Payne there giving taps to Atanasio. He's played phenomenal tonight. What a goal there by McConaughey. Takes it down, notices he has Pearson 2-on-1, completely untested. He looked for the pass, you could see. He looked for the pass to Pearson, wasn't there, loaded his shot, and blasted that past Atanasio.
Server will cover. Really changes the tide of this one, and it almost seemingly puts this one out of reach for Oklahoma. At least that's what your assumption is. With 10:25 to go, Drew McConaughey making it 4-0 for the Buffaloes. And off the draw, it's won by Oklahoma. Howe around for Payne. Nate Payne pivots, spinning around Pearson, able to get it away. And now Colorado takes it away. Pashenik trying to work around Bassett. He'll grab the puck and right in front. Oh, wow. Atanasio has to make a save there. A little closer than they would have liked. Just about half a period to go, and Oklahoma trails by 4.
Yeah, it's far for Oklahoma now. Half a period, 4-0. Little bit difficult for them. They definitely could score a couple here, but I hesitate to speak so quickly, but Buffs are in a good lead here.
That's the first goal in over 40 minutes of play.
I mean, yeah, the first 3 all came in the first 5 minutes of the game.
First 9.
First 9 minutes of the game, and yeah, there's been nothing since then, but at least in terms of goal scoring, the play since then has been phenomenal.
Blevins tripped up behind the Oklahoma net, and Tristan Glass takes control for the Sooners. Goes off the back of Davison. Now, here's Kate. Hunter Howe for Oklahoma goes off the stick of Blevins and into the Colorado half. Marcinkevichus trying to hop over the stick of an Oklahoma defender, and now he chases down the puck to try and prevent an icing. He will not do so. 9:19 to go in this one. The Buffaloes are in full control, 4-0. And so they're going to switch sides. So
Keeping us on our toes.
Going from the left of Matthew Server to the right of Matt Server. Off the face-off, it's Fred Farrow. Takes control, does a couple pivots. And Andrew Lowe trying to hit control. Marcin Kevichus emerges with the puck. Turns it over, Lowe keeps it in for Oklahoma. Open, and missing the net is Aaron Best.
You see how far Server came out to challenge that goal? He was 7 feet out of his crease. Well, not out of the crease, but from the net.
Bassett trying to throw that towards the net. It's cleanly blocked by Marcin Kevichus. Best worked off the puck by Marcin Kevichus. And now he's knocked off the puck and now picked up by Mondo.
Oh, he had bunting there. Should have passed back a little bit.
Lowe trying to find a pass right in front of the net. Taken by Alex Hartman. Goes off the skate of Foy. Sends it a bouncing puck out of the zone. Taken by Connor Horn. Now Foy, ground behind for Hartman. Bunting up for Rosalenko. Gonna chase it down. Horn gonna beat him out to it. Rosalenko gonna try and keep it down there, which he does. Does just enough to keep it in for just a moment longer. That gets over Kinney, and now here comes Nate Payne. Payne halts. Shot off the stick of Hartman. Pass right in front, missed Cavalcante. There's a shot from Howe, and it's stopped by Server. Rosalenko has the puck. Fakes going one way, goes the other. And now DiDomizio gives it back for Hartman. Rosalenko plays it along the boards. Horn hits the boards hard. On his backside.
And there he gets one. I've been waiting to say this, but Kinney blocked a shot right off his ankle and looked a little bit worse for wear for a second. Looks fine now, and he got that change after a pretty long shift, honestly, in his own zone.
Oklahoma retains possession now. Cavalcanti trying to do something with it. Stuck in the neutral zone. Borghi behind him for Trunco. Adam Trunco trying to get that to Borghi. DiDomizio trying to throw that towards the net. He's leveled by Glass. Under 7 minutes to go in this one. Davison misses the puck. Gold gets it to DiDomizio. And now taken by Payne. Bassett behind his own net. Connor Horn acquires the puck. Davison off the glass for Tristan Glass. Domachuk shoots, save, rebound is loose, and he can't get a shot that goes in the net. Cannot believe it.
Absolutely no idea how they didn't score there. Completely wide open, and he had the shot.
McConaughey pirouettes. Atanasio with the save. Boy, he tried it again.
The exact same area on the ice, too.
He tried it all the way in December last season and was successful in the spinorama goal. Now here's Pashenik. Nice move! Atanasio with a great save.
Oh my goodness. The pace has amped up quite considerably, and I think that puck, after the initial save by Atanasio, I think that puck hit off the post in like a deflection, one of the bounces, so really, really close there for a 5th goal for the Buffaloes.
Face-off controlled now by Oklahoma. Racing with the puck is Best. Into the corner, looking for a pass in the slot.
And Colorado has to be really careful with how they manage the puck here.
In the neutral zone, a couple bodies falling down. Missed McConaughey's stick. Here's Howe around Ferguson. Howe shoots one high over the net. Popped right in front of the slot. The bouncing puck cannot be corralled, and they blow the whistle. I did think I did hear the whistle, and I was proven correct. 5:18 left in this one.
I'm really not entirely sure why they blew the whistle there, considering we had the puck and were exiting the zone, and it wouldn't have mattered, but I guess you have to blow it anytime the net does come off. But it's been a fervent pace here, to use a fun adjective. Last couple minutes, Oklahoma obviously much more desperate to at least get one. Colorado, some weak play, but they're pulling through at the moment.
Farrow missed the puck, but now it pops free. Blevins was over there for the Buffaloes. Puck's now cleared, racing in his Cavalcante. Server playing it out of his own net.
That was smart by Server. They weren't going to get there in time.
Marcin Kevicius moving around Rieger. Has Farrow in the slot, decides not to go for the pass. Marcin Kevicius still fighting for possession in the corner. Takes Rieger down.
Fans loving that one.
4.5 to go. In this one, the Buffaloes lead the Sooners 4-0.
Off topic here, but this is something this could be general knowledge, but I've learned this recently with the Islanders and obviously their new coach, Patrick Waugh. Have you ever heard of both a second quick and the F3 in hockey? Do you know what those terms mean?
Can't say I do.
All right, well, next stoppage, I'll give you a brief little rundown on them, because honestly, pretty interesting.
Yeah, Blevins used that term in our interview, and I was totally lost.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Which
he called
one?
himself, I think, an F3 power forward.
Yep.
I asked him to describe his play, and he used that term to describe his play.
Yeah, well, so at least with F3, since we're talking,
bit dangerous there.
Since we're talking about it here with Blevins, assuming nothing dangerous happens here.
And Cavalcante still has it. Can't get it, that pass in the slot, and it will be cleared away by Colorado. Picked off, here comes Rosalenko. Rosalenko! Stopped by Adanasio.
That's a really good save with the arm. Just caught that between his arm and his body, and nice play by Rosalenko. Recognized his opportunity and went for it and got a good shot off.
Was looking for his first point of the year, and it would have come at a really nice time for him. He's played this is the 8th game play of the year. He's played all 4, now 5 games of the second semester. I'm pretty sure that would have been, all the boys on the bench would have been really happy to see that one go in.
Absolutely. And so while we're here, here's a brief little lesson.
Okay.
F3 is simply just the forward in the offensive zone that is closest to the blue line. It can change. That's who it is. Obviously, it's typically one person, how they set it up, but it's the forward who is closest to the blue line. And what I understood from it is basically when you have that F3 there, who's typically in the slot in the center position, it gives you the opportunity for that forward to come down to either the walls or down to the low boards.
Oh, that one almost
Whoa,
through
boy.
Server, he clears it.
Down to the low boards and get in on the forecheck and help out. And so you have that forward there. They make the eye connection with the defenseman. The defenseman knows that they can pinch down, and the forward there will be the F3 will be there to basically take the blue line spot of the defenseman.
Turnover, Lou shoots, rebound, it's another save by Matthew Server with 2.5 to go until he's got his second shutout of the year.
Goodness.
Here's Lowe. Turns it over to Brody Pearson. Protects the puck, gives to Pashenik, and now McConney settles it down. Ferguson shoots one, tipped and into the netting. Now, I gotta thank you for that lesson there, Aidan.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, I had to stop a couple times, but yeah, no. So it's basically the forward that allows the defenseman to come down and pinch without giving up. Obviously, that if they give up that positioning on the ice, that's a clear break. So you make that connection, you make that communication. The F3 comes up to the blue line, allows you to pinch, and allows you to keep rolling offensive zone time.
Well, there you go. Not only, I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there were able to learn something tonight about the game of hockey.
Always good to help. So there you go. When Blevins said F3 power forward, obviously power forward, but he takes that spot, and honestly, now that you know, you can definitely watch for it. He takes that spot in the center often, and then will be able to come and take the position of the D.
Here's Pearson. Right over for McConaughey. Can't finish. Had the open net.
Baited at Ignacio. That was a close one.
Server plays it around his own net. Kate up for McConaughey. McConaughey's got room. Drew McConaughey can't get that one through the 5-hole. Ignacio with another save.
That one was under Ignacio there for a second. Good play from McConaughey. He really just flies into the zone, doesn't he? He is extremely quick, especially when he comes down these near boards here. We can really see it. He is lightning quick.
And you can see when in his mind he just knows he's going straight.
He's like, all right, yeah, I'm going. Let's go. No one else is getting it. You could see that on the fourth goal, the goal he had. He noticed Pearson was there, tried the pass, realized he couldn't get it, and loaded the shot up.
Here's Davison trying to get that pass in front.
Phenomenal play from Hartman there. Timed it a little bit early, but it worked out for him.
Farrow along the boards, goes behind the Sooner net. Looking for Marcinkevičius as we reach the final minute. Davison gives us Sinclair. Sends it in. Davison giving chase on Kinney. Here's Quentin Kinney. Can't make a move. Rieger has possession, has it stolen away from him by the Buffs defense. Goes off of Blevins and he'll go down into the zone with 35 seconds to go in this one. Mondo has it, turns it over. Now Marcinkevičius, one final chance in front. Was looking for Bunting. 20 seconds. Gosnell in the corner. Taken away by Mondo. Pass in front, disrupted, 10 seconds. Stolen away by Gold, and that will bring this one to a close. Matt Server has his second shutout of the season. Your final score from the CU Rec Center, the Colorado Buffaloes 4, the Oklahoma Sooners 0. Matthew Server with his second shutout of the season, both coming against this Oklahoma team.
And this Oklahoma team who really did play well, and they played their hearts out, and they're going to have drive for tomorrow, and we were talking about that. Buffs in celebration now, have to go win again tomorrow.
The handshake line will wait until tomorrow. As the Buffaloes come away, they break away quickly, starting out 3-0 in the first 9 minutes. And it only took one more. There was only one more goal for the rest of the game. That was pretty much it right there. And frankly, I got to give props to Trey Ignacio. Had a great game, coming in relief for Brendan Culbertson-Bond.
Coming in relief and very cold too. He hadn't played in a while. Had only played one game. So you're right. He really did play a fantastic game in relief of Culbertson-Bond and did exactly what he was brought in to do, is settle the game down, settle his teammates down, and that's what they eventually accomplished. Of course, they ended up not getting on the board. Server was phenomenal, to simply put it, but really, really good play from both teams.
And well, the Buffs cruise to a 4-0 win against the Oklahoma Sooners
in this ranked matchup.
Yeah.
So this win is big, a 4-0 win as well, complete shutout. And for a lot of the game, pretty good domination. Really, really good game against the number 24, ranked team in the Oklahoma Sooners.
Boy, would that have been absolutely stunning if that was a number 4 ranked team. But that was Central Oklahoma territory.
Did you see Minot State fell the other day to 4th, 5th, or 6th or something like that? Yeah, Minot State, number 1 team in the ACHA. The other day.
They usually are. They're consistently up in the top.
Very good. Them, UNLV, UCO.
Yeah.
They're all just really good teams. Really, really good teams.
And so that brings this broadcast to a close. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m., hopefully starting on time this time around.
I would hope.
7 p.m. tomorrow, right here on this YouTube channel, you can find the broadcast for the second game of this doubleheader here in Boulder. The Colorado Buffaloes take this one 4-0, and Matt Server picks up his second shutout of the season. For Aidan Glockner, I'm Alex Roberts. We thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast. Have a good night, and you heard it here first.